When I came back to the United States, I decided that if you could use propaganda for war, you could certainly use it for peace. And propaganda got to be a bad word because of the Germans using it. So what I did was to try to find some other words. So we found the word Council on Public Relations.
There are about thousands, if not millions, of companies or institutions out there. Some are more similar with each other. They might be in the same industry, offering a similar product or services and whatnot. It can also be true to public personalities like celebrities and politicians. But among these millions of options, how do we keep our choices minimal? How do we make our choice on what or who to trust, what to believe in, which company or personality we resonate with? Some answers would lead us to advertising or marketing, but at the heart of it, we know that it is PR. We interviewed four PR or public relations professionals coming from different industry or perspective of public relations. We have PR in agency setting, corporate, government, and civic society. From this, we are hopeful to get industry insight on how to be an image maker from the experts. Let's hear from them.
Yun, I'm Eliza Kelpi de Los Santos. You can also call me Sassy. Ayan.
My name is Franz de la Fuente. I am a corporate and communications and branding manager for Aboitiz Intracapital. Um, Strictly speaking, I've been in the company, this company, for over a month pa lang. Pero I've joined kasi the company. Ayun. I was with Aboitiz, the Aboitiz group also um, for 8 years before. So I guess if you add it all up, mga 8+ years na ako with the Aboitiz group and 1 month with my current company, Aboitiz in Makati.
I'm Patricia Paulina Raffles Sumarate, but you can call me Pau. And I am currently working as a political affairs assistant at the office of Congressman Edwin Olivares at the House of Representatives. But I'm an acting public information officer for his office, mainly handling his social media and PR and events and activities. And naka 1 year na ako dito sa work ko. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Zarina Magtangob Geronimo. I'm the communications manager for Habitat for Humanity Philippines. So I've been with Habitat Philippines since 2019, like 6 months before the pandemic happened. And so yeah, I've been with the organization for almost 5 years. So I started off as a communications officer back in 2019, and then I got to be a comms specialist in 2020 and got promoted to the managerial position just last 2022.
But what do they do? Let's take a look on a day of a public relations professional.
At first, we do kasi daily monitoring ng mga news that's relevant with our clients, and then we also do client management, risk and reputation management. So basically, though kapag lang nangyayari lang 'yon kapag may crisis syempre. Also 'yon, we always prepare communication plans 'yan, especially when we're starting a campaign. Well, basically part of my task din kasi to create press releases or articles or coordinate with different teams, especially with the media. Ayan, part din ng work ko ay media relations. So sometimes we do seeding or we provide articles to the journalists so that they can post articles or what we call earned articles. Ayan. I know it's a term for PR. Ayan. We also do yun, parang day to day na din siguro yung more on coordination lang talaga with client. Especially on their requests, on their parang when we launch campaigns, ganyan, basically yun naman yung mga ginagawa namin on a daily basis. So, most of my things talaga ngayon as an account executive is client management.
A bulk of my day goes to aligning with our different business units. Kasi, Voight is Infra Capital, our company. You have to understand na we have lots of businesses under us. No? So I have other counterparts doing communications as well for other business units. So I guess safe to say, no, na a bulk of my day is really spent aligning with them, checking if we can support their various communication requirements. No, kasi after all, these business units also form part of our bigger brand. So if they succeed or they do well in their communication objectives, we also succeed on the holding company or the parent level. Aside from that, of course, a bulk is also spent writing. No, it is a very seems like a very simple skill, no, but my role really involves a lot of writing. What do I write? I write press releases. I write various copy for internal communication purposes, mga emailer. I also do executive communications. So if our president or our other team leaders here would need to deliver a speech, I develop a draft speech and presentation for them. So I guess it's also safe to say that as writing is a very important skill in my role. And then a third thing I'd also like to point out or like to share it's also an important part of my everyday role is reading naman. No? And when I say reading, I'm talking also here about not just reading news articles online, but also monitoring trends, monitoring how we are picked up as a news, no? And reading up, basically reading up on our industry, it's very important. I know what's going on, not just sa company namin, but also sa industry, especially sa mga competitors. So aligning, writing, and reading.
Started my job here in my current work. At first, I was only assisting my boss in managing PR events and activities. And usually, how we would situate our PR events is that our boss would do monthly medical missions. So that's where he gets to advertise his services to the people. And in such a way, we cater the events that, ayun nga, na para sa tao. So, I get to assist her on how to create advertisements that would entice people na if they read this, like, ito ba, maiintindihan ba nila agad? And maaakit ba sila dito? Tapos, parang, itong words na gagamitin natin, makakatch ba sila? Parang mga ganun. And then, hanggang paunti-unti, na aside from assisting in activities, ayun na, I started to write speeches na rin. And then I started to write the Facebook captions and then so on and so forth, like what I've mentioned a while ago na I'm doing on a daily basis.
Actions team, we do manage the social media platforms or social media pages of Habitat for Humanity Philippines. So that includes Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and X. And we also do public relations, more like media engagement. We write articles about the organization or about our partnerships with different donors or different institutions. We also write about events that happen within the organization, or if we have like groundbreaking ceremonies, turnover of houses. We do write press releases and send it out to our media network for coverage, and we also do invite them when the event is happening within Metro Manila. Most of the events happen actually in Metro Manila, but there are also some events that happen in our regional hubs in Cebu, Davao, Negros Occidental, and Leyte. Yeah, the day-to-day work does not have like a formula that what happens today would be what will happen tomorrow. It's not like that for communications work. You just really have to be on the edge, on your toes all the time because everything seems to be, fast-paced and urgent. We have a very hectic working environment.
On the edge, on your toes, in a hectic environment. That is public relations for Ms. Serena Magtango Geronimo of Habitat for Humanity, Philippines. But public relations proves to be more challenging than being on your toes.
PR is a fast-paced career. So basically, my experience yun talaga, especially on agencies that you can discover or you need to learn then different jargons, different things on different industries because you get to know a lot of the industries like logistics, transportation, telecommunication. So basically those areas you need to learn everything about that so that you can dwell yourself into um, learning or having parang uh, a thing or parang ma-conjoin mo yung sarili mo, ma-value mo or ma-empathize mo kung ano yung brand messages ng different clients that you have. Lalawak naman yung learnings mo, lalawak yung mga nakikita mo, and also you build on to see how PR works on different industries. Like, paano nila ginagamit yung PR, how they are valuing it, how they are putting efforts to build their parang individual reputations or how they target consumers, how they communicate to consumers. Kumbaga, ganun yung vast knowledge that you gain when you go into an agency and start your career as a PR practitioner.
The challenge I had, and I think this also applies naman to other industries, would be stepping out of your comfort zone. Um, as a reporter, which was my first job, parang I would admit, no, minsan parang may air of superiority. Kind of, oh, I'm a reporter. I report the news. I am a vanguard for truth and correctness. And then PR naman is the dark side, no? What they say is the dark side. So it also entails a bit of humility on your part. Na, okay, now that you're on the other side and you are faced with the realities that are not you're not exposed to in the media. Ha. So going out of your comfort zone, trying out new things, and then like I said, asserting yourself as a newbie, as a young newbie, no?
Total kind of like a shift from what I've initially learned sa journalism. Kasi like I've mentioned before, journalism is like nothing more, nothing less, non-bias. Whereas when in public relations, not that I'm saying na may bias, but you should like pick a side and then explain it to the people why, like you convince the people like why is this topic like be relevant to them. So ayun, so parang I had to adjust what I've learned and then learn through it all the way. So yun, so parang kinailangan mo talagang mag-adjust sa kung anong available at that time.
Ms. Paulina Romarate of House of Representatives said that public relations takes a lot of convincing or persuasion. Now, our question is, what makes a good public relations? What is a persuasive public relations that the public can trust?
The peer campaign exists typically to not just incite an emotion, not just to not just to make you smile or make you laugh, but for you to make a specific decision. So whether it be to purchase this product, whether for you to avail of this service, where it all boils down to influence, how much influence that campaign has on the audience for them to make a specific and concrete decision. So that said, a good PR campaign has to make a person think and feel at the same time. So, ayun, to sum it all up, make a PR campaign has to incite emotions. A PR campaign has to compel the audience to translate that emotions and maybe think a little bit, and has to be ethical.
First would be integrity. You should have that in you. You cannot really force integrity to a person. So it really depends on the person if that's one of the things that he or she values. Well, for me, since I came from the media, I know how valuable integrity is. And I would also say that being creative is another creative in a very diverse way is another quality that a communications practitioner should have because you need to be always on your toes. You need to be able to think all the time of new ways to present information because right now we are living in the digital age and the digital platforms are so saturated with a lot of information. We don't even know if the information is real or not, right? So we need to be able to penetrate these platforms, and you can do that by being creative. Creative in a way that you don't sacrifice your integrity.
Like
Definitely, there will be newer trends or challenges in the next few years, especially because of the rise of AI, for example. There's a debatable aspect of communications because most of the communications professionals would also use AI tools to come up with copies, to come up with suggestions, to come up with ideas, and um, sometimes it goes overboard. Personally, I have used AI, not frequent, maybe just sometimes to come up with ideas, pero very, very, ano lang, very, very minimal. Kasi I try to avoid that path kasi parang it makes you feel stagnant, na parang hindi ka na nag-grow kasi nag-rely ka na lang sa AI. So, I think that would be a challenge in a way that are we really training future communications professionals to be this creative, to be this flexible, or to be this adaptable to their environment if they're relying heavily on technology?
On a positive note, I think PR would be like one of the most essential career or job in our society because of social media, online, globalization, and everything. And since may access ka na sa audience mo with just one click away. So, magiging in demand siya because there will be a lot of brands and a lot of personalities who would want to advertise or get their self known to the people. So there will be a high demand for PR kasi yun nga, everything's online.
two things, no, that two very important trends that really began just recently, but these trends that I will mention have really transformed the way we communicate, and especially the universe that where PR practitioners operate. No? And those trends are fake news and disinformation and artificial intelligence. So fake news is an issue that not only affects media or the press, but because the press is also linked already to same universe in press, the media, as well as public relations. Second trend that is also very relevant to PR practitioners ay yung artificial intelligence or AI. I want to emphasize also that AI tools are an interesting aspect naman also as well. Um, I will not I will not deny that sometimes ChatGPT can be a great help in brainstorming, no? Especially when you have brainstorming ideas for press releases, yung mga prompts, ganyan. But I will also say now that a full-blown press release still requires human intervention. A bulk of it has to still be written by a human. Kasi well, ako personally na-try ko na I tried to have a ChatGPT write it. It's not the same. Yeah. So that's something that a trend that will really affect the PR industry in the years to come for sure.
Although, yeah, marami nang nangyayari, there's AI and everything, pero wala pa ring makakatalo kung real life situations, informations, stories yung sinishare natin and only PR practitioners can do that.
Public relations is destined to stay in spite of changes might it be brought about by the people in the industry itself or by technology. With the current and future generation of public relations practitioners, we can assure that the public can always trust their institutions.